infidelity and rebuilding trust. So in our situation, I was the one that was unfaithful. For those of you that don't know, Anthony and I were married 14 years ago. I was 19 and he was 22. During our marriage, I was unfaithful. I had an affair. We divorced. 10 years later, we reconnected and we are having another baby together. We're back together. We live together, bought a house together, all that good stuff. But we get asked this question a lot. I think personally that it is the responsibility of the person that was unfaithful to rebuild and reestablish trust. Do not make your partner ask you to do anything. The same way that when you were being deceitful, dishonest, concealing, and you were in the midst of your affair, you found ways, you found opportunities to be able to do the things that you wanted to do, to talk to that person, see that person or whatever. And your partner obviously didn't tell you to do that. You did that on your own. When you were trying to rebuild and reestablish trust, you should be looking for those ways. And I feel like if someone really truly has a heart change, and this was a bad thing that happened and not something that's going to continue to happen, they will look for ways to make themselves trustworthy without you having to ask. A few ways that I have done that. Anthony has not asked me to do any of these things. I do them actually to the point of probably annoyance to him, because I'm so over the top. But I share my location with him. He knows where I'm at all times. I tell him when I'm going somewhere, when I get there, when I leave, and not because he's asked me to or he wants me to check in. Sometimes he doesn't even respond, because he's busy working and actually, living life. But I'm on my way here. I'm just getting here. I'm leaving there. I'm going here next. I'm doing this next. I check in with him and let him know where I'm at. He has my passwords to my phone, to every account that I have, from makeup accounts to flight rewards accounts to all my social media accounts. He has every single solitary password. He can go look at it whenever he wants. He doesn't, but he can. And I make myself trustworthy by giving him those things. I never sit with my phone away from him. Whenever I'm scrolling on my phone and he is around, I always make sure that he can see it so he never has to guess or wonder what I'm doing. If someone of the opposite sex sends me a text message or a DM or a ping or whatever, I immediately, at the exact moment that it comes through, the exact moment that I see it, I screenshot it and I send it to him right away. So for all the men that tried to shoot their shot when they found out I was getting divorced, Anthony has seen every single one of those messages. If a man calls me about something, which is rare, but I don't care what it is. It could be, I'm coming to turn on the cable. I call Anthony and I let him know right away. And I send him the screenshot of the phone call. And it's might sound like overkill or it might sound like too much, but those are things that I do to make myself trustworthy. I tell Anthony absolutely everything. Anthony knows literally every single solitary thing that I have done since the last time him and I spoke 10 years ago. If you ever told me that you liked me, if you ever told me I had a cute butt or whatever, Anthony knows about it. So no one can ever tell Anthony something about me that he does not already know because I have shared it with him. And I just feel like that's what you do when you want to make yourself trustworthy. And you live a life of transparency so that your partner never has to guess and never has to wonder.